We have a countdown. Oh, you reported 102 days. I'm gonna cry all over again.
Okay.
First, unimportantly, I have these sunglasses. I've had them for a while now, but they were all scratched up. Didn't know where I got them. Turns out I got them at the grocery store because I just saw another pair and I got them for $10. And I will be more careful with this pair. But more importantly, we just got a telephone call. We were headed out on our date. We were going to go up to the mountains and look at eat in a little mountain town.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. But Elijah got his mission call! What? So if you don't know, Elijah has been planning for a very long time to go when he was 18 and serve a 2-year church mission. The way it works in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is that you submit your paperwork and say you'd like to go, and say like if you're interested in like leaving your home country and if you are open to learning a new language, and when you're available to go, like after this date I'm available. But other than that, you have no say in where you go. You just are called, and we believe through, inspiration and things. So you could say you'd be open to learning a new language and that you'd like to leave your country and still go to like Ohio.
Not that that's bad.
No. I'm just saying like you don't know. And so Elijah put his availability for like September 1st of this year, and he just got a text saying that his call is ready. And so he's not going to be home until about 9 o'clock tonight. And so we're still going to have our little bit of a date and do some errands, but then we'll go home.
Where's your mic going, by the way?
Right. We'll live stream it. So if you are watching this and you're like, oh, I wonder where he's going to go, you could probably go and watch the live stream that's already on the channel, because obviously this is not live.
Old news.
Yeah, this is not live. So we're going to live stream it for our friends and family and for you guys as our friends. And then, yeah, that's it. This is crazy. We've been so excited to do this. This is a kind of a big moment in LDS families or members of the church's families. Like when somebody opens their mission call, sometimes you have people at your home, and he's definitely, it's such a bummer that Weston left.
Oh, you're right.
He left this morning. They were hoping to be here when he got his call, but like friends, and if you have local family, they come over, friends, that sort of thing. So, yeah, exciting. So in our church culture, this is a big deal, and you see this done all the time. I had 4 brothers and a sister all go serve as missionaries. I'm the only child in my family who didn't actually. Got married too young. And it all worked out okay. But it's like super exciting, and people, now that we can live stream, you used to just like have grandma on the phone. But now, you can share it with everybody, and it's so fun. Because you really don't know. You don't have any idea. But it's such a strange feeling now. One, Mike had like a mini midlife crisis this evening when he realized he's old enough
to have a kid old enough to go on a mission.
Yes.
And actually, it's not just, it got real when his mission call came. So
yeah, and I'm suddenly gonna find out where my son's gonna be living for 2 years with, on his own for the first time. And it's like, dude, I'm just now realizing that that's gonna be like a major moment for me too. Like, you're always just thinking about the missionary, and now, I don't know, it's just weird to be here. And so exciting. So Elijah he was able to get off work a little bit early. He was supposed to get off at 9:30, and they're letting him go at 8:40. So that means at 9 p.m. we've let everybody know that they can watch it live. So yeah. Also, we have not been able to plan our lives for, because he put his availability as September 1st, but we don't know if they'll call him that week or if it'll be 4 months after. You really just don't know. They typically call you within a few months of your availability date. And so we can't really make plans for the fall, because we need to know if Elijah will be with us, when he'll be going, all that sort of thing. So we'll find out what language he's speaking, and we'll find out when he is supposed to report to the missionary training center. If you guys didn't know, Mike and I were dated when we were only 18 years old. We met at 18 and dated, fell in love, and then he went to serve as a missionary for 2 years. And we wrote letters because those were the olden days. He went on a covered wagon out to the prairie. No, I don't remember though how you told me where you were going on a mission.
I just called you.
I guess you just called me after you opened. Do you remember what? I wasn't there. So because we dated, and we were both going to Brigham Young University in Utah, BYU, and then he went home after the semester was over, and submitted your papers like Elijah just did and got your call, but I wasn't there. So tell me about when you opened your call.
I don't actually have a clear memory of like doing. I know I did it. I don't recall. Like I don't even recall like where I was, who was really there. I'm sure I know my parents were.
Well, this is an amazing story.
I don't
was
have
really excited to hear the details.
I don't have. I guess I remember New York. That was exciting. That was New York. And that was, I remember looking it on the map, you know, my parents, and seeing where, because it wasn't New York City, it was upstate New York. And that's about it. It wasn't.
You know, maybe back then it wasn't much as a party.
It wasn't, no, definitely not. Like my brother Dan, Dr. Dan now, I remember he got his mission call. He was at BYU when he got his. So he wasn't home, and he just opened it over the phone, but he was leaving a voicemail. Like he called our house, we weren't home.
So he didn't wait.
He didn't wait. He just opened it and we got a voicemail message like on our answering machine at home with him. And he went to India. He got a call to India, but he was like, "Oh wow, India, all right." And he was like, "All right, bye." That was it. So
well, it is a big deal now. And if you want to go down a rabbit hole, there's like tons of them on YouTube. You can go and like watch all these people get their mission calls to all these different places. And that's fun. Tell us about the moment. You're about to go into work?
So yeah, I was, I had just...
By the way, Elijah's home.
So I was like pulling into the parking lot, and I see that I got a text, and it says, your mission call is ready to view at like whatever. And I kind of freaked out, and I called you, and I just sat in the parking lot for a couple minutes, like telling people. And
And how have you felt since then?
great. I don't even know. It's like I'm like overwhelmed with. Makes me.
So you can open it for 7 more minutes though.
Why?
Because that's when we're going, and we told everybody to be ready.
Anybody can come though?
No, just live on our screens. We don't have any family nearby. Matt and Lisa couldn't make it. They're, about 45 minutes away. And then yesterday was a holiday, so a lot of people are out of town.
I know.
So it's just going to be the 11 of us.
the name. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so I just gotta sign in, or unless it automatically.
Oh my gosh, I'm sweating.
Talk so we can make sure they can hear you at home.
Okay,
Say it loud, okay?
I signed in. And
I can't believe this is
loading.
real.
It's loading. Okay, it says when I click the button below, I will be taken to a page where you can view your call letter online.
Okay. Do it, man.
Are we ready, guys? Continue.
Oh my gosh.
I like this. There's a warning that says opening your mission call is a sacred and special moment in your life.
Don't do it unless you...
Yes, read it now.
Okay.
Oh, it's saying like don't just read it anywhere
Yeah.
by yourself. Okay.
Okay. Elder Michael Norp.
Elijah Michael Norp, right?
Elijah, yeah.
Is this Michael?
Elder Elijah Michael Norp, sorry.
Okay.
Dear Elder Norp, you are hereby called to serve as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You were assigned to labor in the Japan, Tokyo, North Mission. It is anticipated that you will serve for a period of 24 months. I will report to the Provo Missionary Training Center on Wednesday, October 16th.
Oh, man. Woo! Okay. Say it again in case they didn't hear you.
Okay,
Where is it?
so Japan, Tokyo, North Mission.
All right. All right. Everybody's happy. Woo!
I'm so happy for you.
Cry a little bit, Mom.
I'm so happy for you.
All right. Okay. All right.
Oh, thanks for joining. I can't talk. I'm sorry.
All right. That's it, everybody.
Woo!
Oh,
Tokyo, Japan.
in
North.
October.
October 16th. In case you didn't catch that. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah.
It's happening.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Okay. Should we end them?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Jude wants to say hi. Everyone say hi. Give Elijah a hug.
Bye.
So you'll be in Tokyo? Oh, sorry. North Tokyo.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I knew it.
Perfect.
I knew it. You want me to on? I knew it. Peter. What?
Oh, thank you for kissing me in my ear.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm so happy. And now the kids want to eat some donuts. We got some donuts to celebrate. Okay, we must immediately do what?
I need to download the missionary preparation instructions. There's probably do on the computer. Also, I don't want that donut anymore.
Countdown. We have a countdown. Oh, you reported 102 days. I'm gonna cry all over again. Oh, that makes me so sad and happy all at the same time. Okay. Oh, there's your mission president.
Who is it?
Osamu you say it.
Osamu Sekiguchi and Takako Sekiguchi.
Oh, I'm gonna cry all over again.
So,
I think this whole thing is your mission. Is that right?
I think.
must be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's showing you all the different stakes.
So you don't actually have Tokyo.
Well,
like,
the
name.
outer, yeah. So do you have where you
go?
went
Wait,
in your
where's,
mission?
Saitama.
Sapporo?
I know someone from Saitama.
Is Sapporo in your mission?
No. Sapporo is it's on a different island.
It's like way. It's hard to know how zoomed in we
I'll
are.
show you on the map. Okay, so this
Okay, so you have this whole like
Chiba,
Chibas in there.
and I was
Way up there. Oh, whoa. Okay.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. You are so
I know.
blessed. Okay, so that's
all
all
of
of Japan.
it.
Yeah, dude, you got a huge mission all the way up to Sendai
good
almost.
shot.
Look, and there's like the little islands in here.
Oh my
Way down
gosh.
there, look at that.
Oh, you
Is it
are
way down
so
there?
lucky.
What is that?
Look,
Even those.
there's
What
one right there.
Is that
what
right?
island is that? Yes,
I
it's
have
right.
No idea.
Ogasawara,
Ogasawara.
right?
Yeah.
All right, I've heard good things about that place.
I need.
Dude, do you have that cat island in your mission? Or the rabbit island?
Is there any other islands?
Oh, there's one up there.
You got that Sendai? I've heard a lot about Sendai.
Okay, so Elijah just printed out. Wow, that's thick.
That's a lot of stuff.
Instrucciones. How do you say instructions in Japanese? Do you know?
Oh, great.
Yes. Oh, great.
I'm
Oh,
not
man,
going
you are. Oh.
Can't believe you.
No, but I was worried that it was Japan English speaking. That would have been like the most ironic thing in the world.
Japan English.
Go to Tokyo English speaking.
Oh, I know. Wanna record
So
it.
this is Elijah's mission president. They have a husband and wife team called. They work for 3 years, no pay, and
they're in
just
charge.
they're kind of like the mom and dad or the pastor of all the missionaries in that mission. How many missions are there in the world?
No idea.
Over 100, like 150 or something. Different places you could go.
That's probably a Google question.
Yeah.
Question for Google.
Here's the mission. So here's Tokyo. You can see it takes in a huge area. They just call it Tokyo North. things you will be serving a mission where mobile devices are used. Please go to the mobile device section for more information. So you will be able to like FaceTime us probably.
It felt like magic. I don't know if I told the camera this, but when I told Dad when he opened it, I felt like he was like scratching me a lottery ticket. And then it was like, you win $1 million! Yeah, like, it's not supposed to happen, but it did. You got exactly what you
nobody gets to go on the exact mission of their choosing.
Because, like, it's supposed to be a lesson that you don't get everything you want in life. But you got everything you want in life.
I don't think that's what it's supposed to be.
I know, I was kidding.
Exactly what I wanted in life.
What does that say? You had everything in
That
gold
means I have good luck.
So what else are you going to get in
Arm
life?
hair looks expensive. What?
Yeah, tell them what that.
So I've been to Japan before, and I went for 2 weeks for a foreign exchange program. And some of my friends, Japanese friends, said that my arm hair looked expensive. So
Because it was like golden. No, wait, were you going to give us any other thoughts before I go? Elijah's just happier than he's ever been in his entire life.
Yep, sounds about right. I mean, there was literally like 4 years of build up to this. So
Actually, 18 years, technically. I pushed up my glasses, but you didn't get to see that.
yeah, because I've been obsessed with Japan for a while. And I mean, I've wanted to go to Japan on my mission. And here I am going to Japan on my mission. So it's pretty.
It's going to be great. I'm so happy.
I am too, obviously.
Hello! I am having a great day so far. Probably a few reasons why. One, yes, I'm obsessed with this soda. I don't drink it every day, but almost. And it's not a commercial. It's like a no sugar, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors, sweetened with stevia. So anyways, I love it. Also, we are still like on a total high around here from Elijah getting this mission call. He's going to Japan, and so we're so excited about that and just happy that it's so amazing. And just happy like a lot of weights have been lifted of things I've been like really thinking about. But otherwise, we're not doing much today, which is good. We needed that. We had Weston and Allison in town all week, and now we're just chilling. And here comes beautiful Esther. Hey, what kind of ice cream you got?
This is peanut butter cup.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Oh, money, and you better treat her right. That's a sweet song playing in the background. Do you get tired of music at work?
I actually don't hear any of it.
Oh.
Because I'm in the back and the music plays in the front where other people are sitting.
Oh.
And like pretty much all I hear are the machines.
Oh.
So.
Okay. So it was a good day at work?
Yeah. It was not very busy.
Well, that's good.
Until 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Esther likes having the morning shift because she works from 11 to 2 and not as many people are getting ice cream during that time. Like, who gets ice cream at 11 in the morning?
I know, we like get 1 or 2 people.
Smart people, that's who. All right, let's go in. Who's going to be the lucky recipient of your ice cream today?
Probably even June. They always want it. Actually,
My lens is dirty.
peanut butter and chocolate. There you go. Okay,
Dad's on the couch.
Dad's on a call, they said. Looks like you guys know the drill, huh?
No.
Where are we going tomorrow? Do you remember? Carowinds.
Driver of the business of the I had my full-time job, and that was her thing. So it was a combination of
Vicati or Bacati, you asked more about what it is to be a missionary and what that means, and several of you asked that. So I figured I would explain. I mean, I didn't actually go and serve a mission, so I'll explain it the best or to my understanding. But I have a pretty good understanding. My sister and 4 of my brothers all served full-time missions. Mike served a full-time mission. We met actually before his mission when he was 18, and he left when he turned 19 and was gone for 2 years. So boys typically go on a full-time mission for 24 months and girls go for 18 months typically. There's definitely some give or take in that. The boys are called elders, and those girls are called sisters while they're out. They're like ministers, and it's very organized. So you show up in your location, you're picked up from the airport and by a mission president, which is an adult couple, usually like grandparent age, and they lead maybe 150 missionaries in their mission area. So like Elijah's is Tokyo North. It can be very small, like if it's in New York City, or because there's a lot of density of people there, or it could be very large. Like Ireland doesn't have its own mission. It was part of the Scotland mission, Scotland, Ireland. So it could be more than one country is one mission. Now, a lot of you have asked what they spend their time doing, and this is different, and it actually has changed a lot. In the good old days of missionaries, proselytizing missionaries, teaching missionaries, they might be like 200 years ago, they might be like on a street corner, right, with like a little setup and like teaching a lesson right there. When Mike was on his mission, it was more, they did what's called tracting, where they would like knock on doors. And I think everybody is aware of missionaries that knock on doors, right? Members of our faith do that, but we've also had other faith communities knock on our door and do that. It's not super effective, and everybody knows that, because it's like cold calling. These people might have not any interest, but there are some really beautiful stories where somebody says, I was praying just this morning to have some way to learn more about God and to connect more with God, and it feels like an answer to prayer that you knocked. So that that happens. They're supposed to spend some of their week in service. So like Mike did, you go to old folks' home, or you help out on a local farm, or you're helping out a local family, maybe they're moving, or you're helping them with yard work. It actually just depends. I knew up in Washington that they definitely helped. They helped like milk cows and things like that, the sister missionaries there. And then they do some social media stuff these days, because a lot of people who do want to learn more about our faith will actually just, like, you can chat with a missionary, whether it's through the church's website, which is churchofjesuschrist.org, or through social media. So like, every mission's different. I don't know how it will work in Japan, but Elijah might actually have time each week where he is permitted to not only talk with people in Japanese through social media, but any, people that he knows here back in the States, and answer questions they have about our faith. And then they also might be teaching English classes. If they're in another country, they might be helping out the local congregation, especially if that congregation is small and there's not very many members. They might be helping out in that, because remember, in our faith, there is no paid clergy. So there's no like paid minister there in that area. The people in that area are just leading the congregation by themselves as volunteers. And so if they're like in a country where they've never had anybody of our faith, they might not understand how it's supposed to be done. And so a missionary might help with that. Sometimes older couples will go and be missionaries just to help them do that and learn how it's supposed to be run. So they kind of go, oh, okay, I see. We do have like a handbook that will teach you how to do that, but like sometimes you have to like see it in practice. So they might be doing that. The thing about our faith is it is very much about a personal experience with God. And so you need to have a personal conversion. And so a missionary, but I know sometimes you just show up at a congregation and that's your new church. But we believe in baptism. We believe in like membership in the church. And in order to become a member, you actually have to learn what our faith is. You have to understand it, and you have to say, yes, I would like to be a follower of Jesus Christ. I would like to be baptized. I would like to do this thing. And I do like believe in God and Jesus Christ and all of those things, that he is, resurrected and all of those things. So that's why we have missionaries, because somebody's got to teach you that. And so they kind of have like a curriculum almost that they'll lead you through. It's like 7 lessons or something. I think typically it takes a couple months if you're interested, and they'll teach you that, kind of lead you through those lessons or discussions. And then you decide if you'd like to be baptized, if you'd like to move forward that, or if you'd like to just kind of stay in a holding position. And so that's why we need those missionaries. And the other thing is, like we said, there are no paid clergy. And so missionaries in our faith pay their own way. That means they might pay it just by saving the money themselves as they work as a teenager. Or their parents might pay it, or extended family. Sometimes the local congregation from where they're at helps out. But the church has kind of standardized what it costs. It wasn't always like that. My brother, probably 35 years ago or more, served in South Korea, in Busan. And that was one of the most expensive missions in the world because South Korea is a beautiful but very expensive country. And then other people might serve like out in the countryside of Mexico, which was a very cheap living expenses. And so depending on where you got called, it might be more expensive or less expensive. But now it's standardized. So it's just I think right now it's $400 a month no matter where you go. And some missions might only use 100 of that, and some might use 800, for the monthly costs. And then he will not be able to date or like go to school or anything like that during his mission. He will be spending 6 days a week teaching, and then they get 1 day that they call P day or preparation day to like do laundry and go to the grocery store and take a nap, things like that. They're very scheduled on those other days, though. It's like up at 6:30 in the morning, in bed at 10:30 at night. They have a companion that is with them at all times. Like, you're never supposed to be alone. And so, I mean, besides like, bathing and things, but so, and you report to, like, they kind of will get organized. So some of the missionaries will become more like district leaders over a little group of maybe like 10 missionaries. You'll report to them, and he'll report, or she will report to the zone leader, who will then report to the mission president. And so that's how it goes. They have trainings, they learn languages. Elijah will be going for 6 weeks to the missionary training center. There are mission training centers all over the world. I don't know where they all are, but the main one is in Provo, Utah. That's where we used to live, which is kind of fun, but he'll go there for 6 weeks. It's crazy how fast they have to learn that language. So he will be furthering his knowledge of Japanese, but he will also be learning those lessons that he will be teaching. And obviously when you get out in the mission field, they call you a greenie or a green missionary, or a baby or whatever. They probably have lots of names. You don't know the language that well, and you don't know the lessons that well, but you learn them really quickly because you're just right in there. You'll have a companion that's been there longer, kind of teaching you the ropes and how it all works. So yeah, Elijah has wanted to go on a mission his whole life, and so that was just kind of a normal trajectory for him. Next question we get asked a lot is if Daniel is going on a mission. At this point, Daniel is like toyed with the idea of going, but Daniel's not really sure what he believes about God and Jesus Christ, and so he's still on that journey. And obviously you don't go on a mission if you don't even know what you believe. If you don't think this is true and I want to share it with other people, then you're not going to be doing that. And so at this point, that is not in his plans. You can go on a mission, this type of full-time mission, until you're 25. And then there's an age cutoff, and then you can go again once you're older, like a retired couple. There are different types of missions, like say you had health concerns, or even like, you really had a hard time, like maybe with mental health. You can do just a service mission. You can do a local mission. A service mission might be where you're working at like a storehouse and helping with food for the poor. You might be helping people find jobs because the church has like employment centers. My parents went and did that in Brazil. They helped at an employment center there. They're teaching people how to like write their resume and how to apply for jobs and all of those things. They're also connecting them with local jobs. They also did some humanitarian work there, like helping distribute. I think one of my mom's favorite things that they did was help distribute wheelchairs, because wheelchairs are expensive and there's a lot of people who can't afford those, but they make such a difference in their life. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Probably another question that some of you are wondering is if you're required to serve a mission. No. But it's complex, right? Because you have a culture. Girls are definitely not as expected to go, though that is changing. They see it as a priesthood duty to go. It's like what you're called to do as a priesthood holder. And so that's another interesting thing about our faith. In our faith, we believe that every worthy male member of the church, once he is 12, can hold the priesthood. So like if you were a Catholic, only a priest would hold the priesthood, right? And that's the authority to baptize and to perform ordinances, like I think in Catholicism it's called the Eucharist, when in our faith it's called the sacrament.
Mommy,
Yeah. What? You want to go? Yeah. Go where? Okay, hold on a second. It's really hot, but I'll come in a second, okay?
Dad.
And so that means that like Elijah and Daniel, though Daniel does participate in priesthood things, so they bless the sacrament each week, which is the bread and the wine. For many people in our faith, it's bread and water, just because it's symbolic and we feel like water works as well. So they do that. Gosh, this is a long answer, but essentially I didn't want to just say, no, you're not required to go. You aren't, but it is seen as kind of like a priesthood duty. So if you are a faithful member and you are in good health, it's definitely like something that you are compelled and called to do. There is a lot of leeway in given that, because and more than ever, right? Because we understand more than ever how difficult missions are and how people are struggling with lots of different things. And so it might not make sense for everybody to go. You know, some of our boys might not go because they're like Daniel and they're not really sure if this is the path they want to take, but some of them might not go because maybe they have a lot of anxiety and issues with, you know, things like that. I don't know. It doesn't make me love my child any less if they don't share my faith. That is a journey, and this is something I've had to learn as a parent and as I get older, but I now fully believe that it is your own personal journey that you take with your Creator, with the Lord, and that it's not really my job it wouldn't work anyways to force someone to have that relationship. There's nothing that brings me more joy than my relationship with Jesus Christ, like nothing, and I can't imagine life without His love and His guidance and His mercy. And I hope that each of my children will discover the gift of that, but it's not the path and the journey that I'm on. My journey is between me and my Creator, and their journey is as well. So I am open to letting them go on their own journeys, and I trust that it will be a good one, and that that the journey will teach them the things that they need to learn to become the best version of themselves. So that being said, I get asked that question all the time. What will we do if one of our children chooses not to be a member of our faith? We will do what we always do. We'll love them, and we'll be their parents, and we'll see them on holidays, and we'll be grandparents to their children if they have them. And the only thing that will be different is some of the things that are nearest and dearest to our heart will know that they might not see in the same angle. But that's like every parent. I mean, I know that my kids might form a totally different family culture than mine because of who they marry, and they might say, I don't ever want to move, and I don't really enjoy traveling. And so, you know, everybody's different. And while my faith is and Michael is the same way here, that is our greatest joy and our greatest gift in our life, I believe that the Lord is working in everyone's lives, no matter where they're at, on their understanding or relationship with Him. Anyways, that was kind of a long explanation, but those questions get asked all the time, and so I just figured I needed to sit down and tell you the answer to all of them. And with that, I think, I don't know, that was already 14 minutes of me talking, so this might be the end of this vlog for today because we've already filmed some, but maybe we'll show you a few more things. It's going to be pretty chill, making dinner, hanging out, finishing Stranger Things, and that's it.